I don't care about being a star. You know, I just want everybody to live out their passions and be happy and be able to be themselves. But don't do this because you think it's cool or because I do it. You know, like do it because you love to do it. And I feel like a lot of people don't really love to do it.
I'm joined today by two creative forces in the city of Indianapolis, I would say. I was about to say, join me in welcoming Keyze, AriZona, and Loagin Sneed to the show.
Yes, sir. Yes,
thank you.
I don't know who I was talking to, though, because I don't think anybody can start clapping. And I don't know. I can't hear them. There we go. We got the crowd. We got the crowd involved. We got the crowd involved. How y'all doing?
Awesome.
Chilling.
Y'all have been in the lab working, and you've been working on a project. This project is called Christmas in Spring.
Yes, sir.
Let us know about it. Give us a breakdown real quick.
Go
You want
ahead.
me to start?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so Keyze wrote and made this album. It's been about 3 years in the making now?
Something like that.
Yeah,
It's been a while.
It's probably been about 2 years ago. He rapped it for me in the car one night, and I was immediately inspired by like the beats and what he was saying. He improved so much on like his ability to stay on topic and like really tell a story with not just one song but a whole project that I was like, well, I could make a treatment out of this. So I started writing a script. Procrastinated for a year, for about a year. And then we were sitting in New York, August of last year, and I was like, yo, like, we're going to start working on the album. Do we still want to do this movie? And the script wasn't finished. So we finished it in like 2 weeks. And then by the end of October, we were working on making a film.
Okay.
Bunch of guys from the city, Josh Daig, Ethan Wang, especially those two guys were like the biggest parts of my crew that were there every time, making sure that we could actually make it happen, make it look good. But yeah, we've been filming for 6 months, 18 days of shooting, and pretty much wrapped with production, premiering on June 7th. Album comes out May 29th. You want to talk about the album a little bit?
Christmas in Spring, May 29th. So Christmas in Spring, it signifies a story. So in the story, we start in September and we end in April.
Okay.
So like the album goes chronologically. It's not linear though. It's basically my life story, but it's not linear. So it could be at any point in my life, but it's during that time from September to April.
Like whatever song title we're on. So it goes from Virgo Blue represents September. That's the opening track. October Rain is the next track. We get into Bussin' and Monsters. Nightmare Before Christmas, those represent the Halloween time. November Twilight, we keep rolling like through the months.
We get the Christmas, we get the New Year's, we do all that.
People get confused about this a lot, but the film is not a true story. The film is kind of
loosely based.
Yeah,
Okay,
we took a lot of things out of Keyze's life,
yeah.
some things out of my life, some things out of other things that we've seen in our lives happen, and put it together kind of as a amalgamation of a story that follows this path.
Yeah, my main thing was I wanted to make it a movie like that people could actually go watch. Like I didn't want to make it the cliche rapper stars in his movie with bad acting, so like I just wanted to make some stuff where you could throw it on and you could not even know it's my movie and you could still enjoy it. So
for sure,
that was the goal.
All right, so album first.
What
was like so like you said, it was kind of a story of your life, but what was like going in, like how did the origin of wanting to make this album specifically, how did that come about?
Christmas in Spring, I got the title Christmas in Spring because when I was younger, when I lived with my sister, we didn't really get a lot for Christmas, so we had like Salvation Army Christmas.
Okay.
And then on top of that, her husband was Muslim, so we didn't really celebrate Christmas like that. So we would get our Christmas more so during tax season when we had more money. So that basically what it represents, Christmas in Spring.
Okay.
It's kind of like a euphemism for the word, like Christmas and spring, tax season.
Total. That makes a lot of sense. I'm putting the two together right now. Connecting those dots. So like time frame wise, because there was a time from when you showed Loagin the album to like starting to actually finish the album and also make the movie. Yeah. When did you like put the album down on paper and record and stuff? When did that happen?
We just started recording. When we started recording?
Same time.
About 6 months ago.
October.
7
Okay.
months ago. Yeah, we just started recording.
Okay. But you had everything in mind, song wise, written wise, like prior to that.
Yeah,
right?
mostly.
Okay.
At first, it was all by one producer.
Okay, gotcha.
And then halfway through, it changed. Like a couple months before we started recording.
Okay.
So it changed a lot. So
What happened to make that change?
I just felt the sound was repetitive.
Okay.
That's,
Yeah.
that's a good word for it.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you just needed to change the sound a little bit.
Yeah, step out to new horizons, do things that I wasn't comfortable doing.
Okay.
So that's what I felt like. So.
Does that change the songs then that you had in mind for the album?
Yeah, it changed about probably
Half.
65% of the album.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's it like to like make that hard pivot when you're like deciding, okay, I'm really gonna put this out, and then like having to go through all that change?
I'm always indecisive. I know it might not seem like it, but I'm very indecisive. And like, I don't know, it wasn't doing it for me. So,
Yeah.
like my whole thing is I want to create new worlds. I don't want to continue trying to push the same sound and the same raps and the same narrative. So like it's go big or go home basically. So that's
Sure.
how I felt. So
Yeah.
I think it was easier for him to like reform it too, because he already had such a strong idea of like what the concept of the album overall was.
Yeah.
Like that, what the album was there, and then it was just a matter of like changing out the pieces that he thought he needed to change out.
and then I had these beats for like I was writing on the same beats for 2 years. So like
Okay.
I hadn't heard a different beat in 2 years. So it's like the floodgates open.
Yeah.
Like it was crazy,
Is that normally how you approach your creative process? Not necessarily writing to the same beat, but like sticking with something for an extended
No,
period
this
of
is
time?
my first time. I tried to really do everything intentional. I tried to stay on topic. I tried to finish songs. I tried not to recycle verses.
Okay.
So like that's my main thing. Like a lot of times I would just recycle verses and make them fit on beats, but this time I was intentional in writing to that only.
Okay.
So yeah.
And when you say recycle, you're saying use a verse that never released that he had wrote to a different
like,
track and
like
put it
if
on
I
a
just
different
put
beat.
down like a free verse or like I wrote to a random beat but I didn't finish the song or like stuff like that, But this time I was more intentional in staying on topic and staying in the story.
Yeah. What was that? So moving from singular producer to being like, I want to incorporate or find new sounds to put on this album. What was that process like of like figuring out who and what sonically would be best for what you were trying to do?
I go through beats like I'm very picky.
Yeah.
Like so I can show you my beat folder. It's probably 600, 700 beats just for this project alone. So like I'm still going through beats because like sometimes people lose files. We couldn't get stems, so like we had to revamp whole songs.
Okay.
But
Beats get sold in the process before we get a
yeah,
chance to buy them.
Okay.
just
Interesting.
all types of things. So like we just had to keep it pushing, So my whole thing is being stylistically different. I felt like it was stylistically the same type of sound, like very. How would I describe it? Like
Jazzy.
yeah, it was very jazzy, but I try to do something for everybody, but stick to my roots this time.
Sure.
So we'll see how they like it. We'll see.
Logan, you said that when he rapped it for you in the car originally, like you knew kind of instantly, or did you know instantly like this was something I could like create a treatment or make something like a film framework for?
It was pretty quick. Like as I was listening to it, me and Keyze have been working together for 13 years since we were 15 years old, and I've been doing his music videos for 8 years now.
Okay.
So I'm always used to like when I hear his music to start thinking of things. But as I was listening to these beats specifically and like the way it was going, it just felt storytelling to me.
Sure.
Like more like a score of a film than a hip hop album.
Sure.
So like it was just easy for me to like put those pieces together. And when I was first writing the script, I didn't have his lyrics with me. So like I was just going off of memory and then mostly off of feel. So like what does the song feel like and what should be happening while this song is playing? And then how does that fit into the gaps in his album?
Okay.
Yeah. Did I answer the question?
Totally.
Man said, "This is the best song you ever wrote in your life."
Yeah, I did say that. I did say that.
Hey, that's good. That's nice to hear though from somebody who's been riding with you for over a decade, for 15, almost 15 years. Yeah,
you know, he a rap fan.
That's true.
He a rap fan, so I can't take his opinion serious because he likes hardcore bars. So
That's a good point.
Okay, I like it.
But to be fair, October Rain's really not hardcore bars either.
I mean, I'm rapping.
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm rapping.
You're rapping on every song.
Always rapping.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been listening to your music for the past couple weeks just to get ready for this conversation, and I feel like you have that, like your music already has, I feel like that cinematic storytelling-esque quality.
For sure.
And I feel like, especially when I've seen you perform with the band.
Yeah, for sure.
Shout out to Sutherland Collective.
The boys and girls.
And I feel like the performances are almost like a movie. Like you could be like you could see somebody, like a dialogue scene happening in the background of like your guys' performance, I feel like. What was it like to know that did he tell you that he's like, oh, I'm going to work up a treatment for this, or I'm going to work on something for this, or did he just come and say, hey, I made a movie to your album?
I don't even know how it came about. Honestly, I don't even know. Like, we might have talked about it, but like, it was just such a big task at the time. Like,
sure.
Like, we didn't really think about how many hands we would actually need for a movie.
Totally.
Yeah. So like, we underestimated it, honestly.
Okay.
By a long shot.
Yeah. So that's what advice I would give to people is like, don't underestimate the work needed.
For sure.
It takes a lot of work.
Totally. When did you realize it was bigger than what you had originally thought that it was going to be for either of you?
November 1st.
The first shoot.
Yeah, the first shoot.
The first shoot.
It's
crazy.
As you like, so the team is assembled. Like, what was that process like? Just making sure, like you've been like you're really plugged into the creative community here. So I feel like I see on social media a lot of people same people working together, and maybe not the same, but a lot of people being able to tap in with each other.
Yeah. I mean, again, shout out to Josh Daig again, Studio VZN. That's his production company. This wouldn't have happened without him. I mean, it would have happened, but not to the level that we were able to execute it at. So when I pitched this story to Josh, he was just kind of like, yeah, I want to help make it happen. And then we were getting really close to the timeline to where it's like, if we don't start now, it's not going to be done when the album comes out.
Okay.
And we got to start the album now too, so the album can drop in May. So we just kind of dove in, and then Josh ended up being like, hey, do you just want me to DP it? And I'm like, please, please. And then it went from Josh DPing it to now Josh is bringing in Ethan Wang, who is our gaffer. He's bringing in Austin Webster and Jordan V, who are our first ACs through the whole thing. I mean, I could go on for days. Our sound guys, Malachi and Drew. There's crew of, I'd say, 15 to 20 that were there 15, 16 days for free, not getting paid. And these guys are making, $1,000 day rates.
Shout out
best
to
in the
actors.
industry. So
Totally.
for them to dedicate their time and the actors, of course, dedicate their time to a project that they didn't all know me very well at the very beginning, and just to trust Josh and myself to make it happen is kind of the only way we were able to do this.
Yeah.
Honestly.
And Josh was the one that was like, all right, I think we need to bring in a couple more people to like execute on this.
He didn't even really say that. He
Oh,
was just like, all right, Logan, there's 15 people coming. I'm like, cool, let's figure it out.
Okay.
And then we just figured
show
it
up
out
on set and you're just like, oh, okay, this is like for real.
Josh only tells you the problems.
That is true. He loves telling me the problems, but we get them fixed, though.
So, but you know that because you trust this person that like if you're only talking about the problems, it's because like these are things that we can, if we fix them, like we're gonna have a banger of a thing.
And I trust myself as far as like storytelling and like the eye for what I want. But he brings in a whole nother aspect of like the technical side of things.
Sure.
That I feel like I know, but then I see these guys working, and I'm like, I don't know shit.
Totally.
So like, yeah, I mean, it's a huge team effort. Same thing on the album side. Like we got into it, and they started adding instrumentation,
Royalties.
and
Okay.
extra vocals,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
dubbing samples, like just all kinds of stuff. I think the deeper we get into it, the
Nah, it's a team effort.
heavier it was.
It's a team effort. Shout out the team.
We weren't sure if we were gonna finish in time until like 3 weeks ago. So
Oh, yeah.
What is the process like to like record an album and then film a film at the same time? That seems like a lot.
do not recommend. It was
Just
chaos.
no advice. Just no. Do not recommend.
It was like
We ain't had a week off and
7 months.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean we've been doing
movie, shows, everything. Just
the normal week has been like studio, film, and then we're working 9 to 5 like Monday through Wednesday, and then back to it the next weekend. So we haven't had like a day off since October.
Damn. You ready for a day
That's
off?
a bit of exaggeration.
no,
I've had a couple
we
relaxing
still
days,
don't-
but
we still don't got days.
I went to
off.
I was
Colorado.
gonna say the album got to drop.
We still don't got
Film
days
got to
off.
come out.
That, yeah.
All that. No
But
days
the
off.
pressure is slowly releasing for sure. Like,
Sure.
we signed the contract. The premiere is locked in. These
Hell
guys got everything locked in for the album to release on the 29th.
That's what's up.
Hopefully.
Hey,
DSPs, man. DSPs.
You never know until the day of.
DSPs, man.
Yeah, you
Like
never
when
know.
you're on the stage and like you start playing.
DSPs, you
Yeah.
know. That's all I gotta say. They be playing.
Does it feel like it really does take up till that final moment, like before you start to play live for a project to feel like, okay, we've reached the fruition of what we were trying to do?
Probably the day it comes out.
Oh, yeah, that too. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I haven't played it yet either, so I'm sure
Okay.
that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Whenever that is.
Yeah.
We'll see when that is.
When you are, so you said like 18 shoot days.
Yep,
You've
18
been
shoot days.
recording the album.
Yeah.
Once you film and you go into post, you're still probably in the process of recording as they're like doing post production editing and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
for sure.
I feel like I just watched a documentary of like film scoring and like watching the orchestra or whoever's working on that watching the film or like the shot scenes while they start to like record stuff so they can like make things line up the way you want it to.
For sure.
Did you take a similar process or approach to that, or how does that like once filming is finished, how does that like affect what you're doing?
Because we used film for skits throughout the whole album.
Okay.
So we couldn't finish the album until the film was done, and we had everything
Gotcha.
that we needed for the skits to tell
Okay.
the story. So,
But
that's pretty much-
musically, he didn't have to do anything because we worked backwards. Because the
I changed some songs to match the film. Like we
That's
wrote
true,
some
that's
songs.
true, yeah.
We wrote some songs for the film specifically.
My
Like,
Brother's Keeper with
My
Mick
Brother's
Jenkins.
Keeper,
Die for You.
yeah, Pain 2000, Die for You. There's a couple tracks on there that
Okay.
we wrote specifically to
After
match
the
in
script.
the film.
Yeah.
Okay. What was like the most surprising challenge of this whole production?
Getting everybody on the same accord.
Okay.
For
Getting-
sure.
Yeah, getting everybody there on the same days.
Yes.
Okay.
You know,
That.
we were always missing somebody. You know, like somebody was always missing because,
Sure.
you know,
Trying to tell him about the 2 times on set.
what 2 times on set.
The first time we were on, it was like our 3rd shoot date. We were set to shoot a bunch of stuff with the little brother from my story, who is a 9-year-old,
Okay.
and the mother, and basically no call, no showed,
Damn.
and then texted me saying like, "You never sent me the information." I had to send her screenshots. I'm like, "Lady, I sent you call sheets weeks ago." So that was, and then we basically had to pack up. Well, that day we ended up shooting some other things. We
Okay.
like figured out what we could do. And then another day we had an actor who sadly had a family emergency and couldn't make it to set. And the whole scene was with him. So
Damn.
we had lights set up, makeup artists, stunt coordinators on set, furniture moved out of the living room. And like, I just had to tell everybody like, guys, we can't do anything without,
Gotta go home,
without
guys.
bro, like pack it up.
Yeah.
That was the most stressful and biggest challenge of the film, and probably the album too.
Yeah, not being able to get stems. That's
Oh.
probably one of, you know,
That was frustrating.
revamping whole songs, you know, losing beats to somebody else, you know.
Sure.
Yeah, you know.
Chasing down money for a feature that we never
Studio problems, you know, Pro Tools problems, you know.
got. We paid Boldy James $2,000 for a feature, and he still hasn't given us our money back.
Damn.
It's been 2 months.
some features not good business.
Anyways,
Yeah.
we can move past that,
for
but I had to
sure.
shout him out.
We can't. Yeah. Just send me the verse, bro. Just send me the verse. Or the money. You know?
Something like that did come through. Would you use it on like something else, or is it just like we want to get the 2K back and we'll just be about our business?
I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
It could be beneficial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something. Leaving here with something.
What was it like working with a child actor?
Oh man, Caden was awesome. Shout out Caden and Camille, his mom, Caden Campbell. He had never done any like on-screen acting before.
Okay.
I think he'd done like some. I don't want to misspeak because I'm not 100% on this, but I think he's done like some school plays, that kind of thing.
Sure.
But Chris Andrews, our main character,
Mr. 24 himself.
Yeah, Mr. 24 himself. He actually found Caden the day that we lost the other kid, and I was like, dude, we got to find a replacement. He's like, I might have one like today, and I was like, word, okay, well, give me the contact. Obviously, it didn't come out that day, but me and Chris went about a week later and met with them and sat down, and they were both super excited, and it was great.
Nice.
There's a lot of things you have to be careful about, with working
Sure.
with kids, like hours, and
Totally.
got to make sure they're fed and they're happy, and you don't want to stress them out too much on set. But
Language.
that's
okay.
tough. Yeah, I curse like a sailor, so
Yeah,
that's a tough one, especially on set when you're like not mentally all locked in.
for sure.
Things just slip out.
I'm the same way, and
Yeah.
I have a child, so like
Yep,
I'm just
me too,
saying
me
stuff.
too.
I'm like, oh, I shouldn't be saying that. So,
How old's yours?
2.
Okay, I got a
So,
4-year-old. Girl
okay.
or boy?
Boy.
Okay, I got a girl. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Parenthood.
Yep.
And on top of doing all this, like,
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
what was the casting process like? How did you end up with the people that you ended up with?
It was very unconventional.
That's all on him. I ain't casting nobody.
Well, not nobody.
Well, I didn't know if you'd
Who
have
did I
like maybe
cast?
some input on, because it is like,
I came up with like character names
okay.
and like
Well, Ebony was your idea.
just like plot.
Sure.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah.
We had one guy in mind to play Hakeem, one of the main characters. He fell out, and we were kind of brainstorming, and Keyze thought of Baby Ebony.
Okay.
We had a meeting with him at the studio, and he killed it. He killed it for sure.
He's dope.
He's dope.
He's been on the show before.
I think
Shout
he'll
out
be a
Baby
lot of
Ebony.
people.
Hey, hit up Ebony if y'all need him in a movie.
Yeah,
he's
he's good.
nice, man.
Very good.
Okay, I
He
like it.
nice. Boy, nice.
But yeah, the casting process was very unconventional
Okay.
because of like I said, we were on a really like late timetable. We were rushed about
Yeah.
to start. So like Kayla, our main female actress, Kayla Spalding, she got hired like 7 days before the first shoot date.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was unconventional to say the least. But it's all local indie talent. Kayla's from like Evansville, maybe something like that. Yeah,
Okay, that's Indiana.
But Indiana, yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's from Indiana. Chris Andrews, his mom, played his mom in the film. She did
That's
an
dope.
amazing job.
Nice.
It's not really a spoiler because it's in the trailer, but she's
Yeah.
she's in prison and she had to like portray like a very
Oh, okay.
not an easy role, I would
Totally.
imagine, to just come off of being, lady sitting at home and like,
Yeah.
hey, go play this role and be in prisoner and talk to your son. So she did an amazing job.
Yeah.
Who else? Who else we got? I mean, Keyze had a cameo on stage at a church.
Okay. You get in there a little bit. Acting chops.
Arizona.
We got the family in there. My mom's in it. My stepmom's in it. Keyze's mom's
His
in
whole
it.
family in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
My aunt's in it.
Might as well.
His sister.
It's your movie.
Yeah.
Brother.
Yeah. My
You
brother's
know?
in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's your movie.
Yeah. You got to do
But
what
yeah.
you got to do
Yeah.
on something like that.
Casting is one thing that's I think it's tough for anybody that's just starting out to like cast
Totally.
people, because if you want the best talent, you're gonna have a lot of money, and most people starting out don't have a lot of money to pay actors. So
Sure.
I was lucky enough to be surrounded by talented people that wanted to help out with this. So
Yeah. Well, I think it speaks to, I mean, it's a conversation that we have a lot on the various shows that I host, but is the idea that we have a ton of talent here in Indianapolis across a bunch of different
Yeah,
creative
for
mediums.
sure. For sure.
yeah,
And like there's a lack of investment, there's a lack of support, a lack of infrastructure for all those things. And from my perspective, like things like this just show me like how like deep that talent pool runs, because it's like things like this come about in spite of the lack that we have.
Oh yeah,
sure.
most definitely.
What does it like feel like to make this project, this film and album tandem, with people that are all based like in this area, and to really get the opportunity to showcase like who's out here doing this and that.
I'm just thankful people believe in me.
Yeah.
You know, like truly. You know, sometimes I'm like, why do they believe in me so much?
Sure.
You know, I'm just, you know, I'm just,
I'm just a guy. I'm just a dude,
I'm just a dude. But, you know, it just, I don't know. It just goes to show the influence and the work that you put in can inspire people to want to help you out. So that's how I feel about it.
Was there a specific moment that you felt like most affirmed in doing this?
I still don't feel affirmed. What if I flop?
We got to get to release again. But it's like, you know, we had the moment where like the actor has the family emergency, can't be there, so like set day, like shoot day, can't
Disaster.
happen. So it's like, yeah, it's like we have these really low moments and it can feel like crushing, I guess. I don't know. I don't think of a better word to use for it.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming that there are moments during production where, in addition to November 1st, like first shoot day, like feeling maybe not affirmed, but feeling like, oh shit, like this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
There were definitely moments
Yeah.
for sure.
For sure. Most definitely.
I mean, for me, there were kind of three big ones. The first shoot date, the day we shot at the church, because we had like 75 extras, and that was stressing me out because I had to fill a church. And if I didn't fill the church, it wasn't going to look how I wanted it to. And then the last shoot day, April 26th, walking out of the house for the last time, I was like, oh my God, we finished it. Thank God.
Yeah. So what was your specific role? Because you said Josh?
Josh Dagg.
Yeah, it was DP.
DP.
So are you just like the main like EP showrunner, even though it's not a showrunner?
Writer,
director.
I mean, I wore a lot of hats, but mainly those two things.
It's like day of management.
Man
kinda
sat
like
in this
setting
chair
up.
the whole shit.
Yeah. People management.
Well, I feel like it's a lot to have to manage, like you said, 75 extras.
Those
to
days were crazy,
Run
yeah.
a whole day like of shooting and that and that stuff. Like it seems like a lot.
It was my first time fully just being the director.
Yeah.
Like not operating the camera, none of that. I mean, I still had to, you know, work with Josh and figure out the camera angles and what I wanted it to look like, of course, and like say like, hey, like this is how we're framing it.
Sure.
I need this type of shot, or I make the shot list and all that, and then he takes it and does his thing with it.
Okay.
But yeah, my first time directing, and this amount of people was just so much anxiety. Like while you're doing it, and trying to like keep everything in your head is very stressful. Like after shoot dates, my legs would be like throbbing just from like pacing all day.
Yeah.
And head spinning, but it's super rewarding. Obviously, once you see like, okay, we did it, and we can do it, and we did it for limited resources. So if somebody wants to give us $6 million to make another one, we're ready to do it. Yeah, nobody's seen the movie except for me.
Okay. Are you just waiting until release date to just?
I might as well now, you know.
Nah, I'm gonna probably make him watch it when I get the sound mix
pre-release
back.
day. Like, let's get the can a little bit early and check.
We
this
have
out.
to do a screen test for sure. So I'll probably bring Keyze for a screen test. Me, him, and Josh. If I had maybe.
He's salty over here. I ain't seen the
Right?
movie yet.
You don't have to.
Nah, you know, it is what it is. Did you use the WAV files? The master WAV files?
Yeah, I dropped the hard drive off to shout out to Brian Hansen, our post sound guy.
My master WAV files better be in there.
They are. I already replaced all those myself.
He's gonna be listening.
I'm gonna be listening.
Yeah.
I'm gonna know.
I deleted all the MP3s, but no, I dropped off a hard drive to post sound mix, and then Kaiko is doing some color grading, some final color grading for me to polish a few things out.
Yeah.
Once those two guys give me the hard drives back, I'm gonna plop that in the timeline and then get a DCP file to can and go screen test it.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the biggest difference from doing a production like this versus like the music video productions that you've been doing?
The longevity.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just the amount of time that it takes to.
Yeah, we're doing this for months. It's like a grind, you know. Like it's a year. It took us a year, I guess, right? Like a year to make the movie. When we're talking about writing, pre-production, post-production, everything.
Yeah. How? Go
I
for
be
it.
trying to tell this man. They be thinking it's easy. They be like, Keyze, you make an album in a month. You can't. Can you make a movie in a month?
No. A year and a half.
No. What's the biggest like similarity to that work of like music video creation to like film production?
Well, with this project specifically, there was a big overlap because they're, they coincide, the album and the movie. The original inspiration, I always tell people, is Kanye's full Runaway video. It's like a 45-minute short film. I kind of wanted to take that idea, but make it more narrative, more dialogue, more of a story, but still inspired by the music.
Yeah.
Which is the biggest thing. So, like, there's a few scenes inside of the film where kind of is its own little music video inside of it. You seen Sinners? No,
people already know that I have not watched Sinners yet.
Oh, the people!
I literally queued it up on HBO Max one night and I fell asleep on the couch.
It's all right. That was
before
just
I even hit play. I fell asleep, but I need to be watching it.
But no, well, yeah, it just kind of breaks out into music video a couple times. There's a church scene where that's Keyze's big cameo, and that's kind of a music video in and of itself. And then the intro title sequence isn't really a music video, but it's full blast like song. And I wrote it to the music. So yeah. I'd say those are the biggest overlaps, but the way you're setting up the camera, everything else is completely different. Like lighting is different, because you want it to look realistic but beautiful, whereas in a music video, you don't really care if it's realistic. Like, you might want to do some crazy out the box, like super greenwash. Like, you could do anything with a music video.
Well, and you're also not making like a feature length something, so you have less time. So it gives you, I guess, maybe more freedom to play around with the aesthetic of something.
For sure. Because with the feature, it's like you have to have scene 1 match color palette wise to scene 15. So you kind of got to keep a linear color science through the whole thing.
Yeah. Were you on set every shoot day?
Not every shoot,
mostly.
Were there? So I asked you about moments of affirmation.
Yeah, for sure.
Through it, but I'm wondering, like, when you were on set watching filming happen, were there ever moments that you were like, man, when I was writing this, when I had this idea in my head, like, this is what I was envisioning?
Nah, for sure. Yeah. What scene is that? The Hakeem scene.
Which one?
Just the one.
Oh, okay.
The one.
Yeah, the one.
You watched it?
Pain
Yeah, the one.
Okay.
That scene was a good scene.
Okay.
Like, we talked about that scene for a long time. We planned that scene for a long time.
Okay.
And I think it came out well.
There's still things about that scene. That was a scene that I had a super complex, like, dolly out of the house to the sidewalk, camera movement, match cut to 2 months later idea.
Damn, okay.
And Josh just had to shoot down my hopes and dreams.
And then we got lucky and Saved by the Bell to complete the scene.
Make
it look realistic.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
for sure.
Was there anything that you like fought to make sure? Because now you're working with a bigger team, working to execute on a vision, who are obviously like from a technical standpoint, like, this is what we can do, this is what we can't do. Mm-hmm. Were there things like you really fought for to make sure like this is something that has to make it in the film?
Yeah, I feel like I had one of those shots every time we had a shoot date. I feel like there was one of those where I'm like, Josh didn't want to do it because it was like, he's like, this is too much, and I'm like,
Josh, it's my film.
I'm not giving up. I'd literally have to tell Josh, like, Josh, I feel you, but if you don't do it, I'm gonna pick up the camera and do it myself. So we got to figure out how to do it, dude, because I'm getting this shot.
Yeah.
Which I completely understand, because it's like some of the ideas that I had were super complex. We're working on no budget. We don't have what we really need to make this happen. But I believed in him enough to where I could be like, nah, screw you, dude. You could figure it out. You could figure it out. I believe in you.
Yeah.
And we had a few times where we'd bump heads. I mean, shout out to Josh's wife too, because he dedicated pretty much all of his free time over the last 6 months also to do this, because he's super busy with his freelance work, and to make every Saturday and Sunday the past 6 months to make this happen is crazy. So I had to kind of temper my what's the word I'm looking for? Expectations, because I didn't want to ask too much of people when I'm already asking for all their time,
Totally.
But yeah, I guess that was probably our biggest like headbutt, is like things. Can we actually do this? I think we can. Yeah.
Yeah. Anything you were fighting for? Like, this got to be a part of the movie? You?
Yeah, he tried to, I can't be too specific, but he tried to change some things, and I said no.
Okay.
Ending,
is a big one.
He said no. We got to have this. So,
yeah.
He was very free with me in the storyline. but
Yeah,
he was
I
like,
let him-
it
yeah,
has
I let
to
him-
end like this. That was his
Okay.
thing. Like,
Yeah,
this
sure.
is how it needs to end.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
So I'm like, okay, I can make that work.
and I told him like the kind of feel that I wanted for the movie.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
Like, so
yeah.
Well, thinking that the album's coming first, like they're the concept at least. It's like it feels like your baby, but now it's like become both of y'all's child, and then
Yeah.
it's now
it's definitely my child.
Yeah.
this is mine.
They feel
Nah, I'm just
more.
playing with you.
They
I
feel
am the
more
father.
separate than I think they were originally
Oh, really?
concepted to be.
Okay.
My original storyline was kind of closer, I think, to the album, but then we kind of strayed away from it because we came up with some ideas that are like, oh, this could be cool and like impactful and have a lot of theme.
Yeah.
You know.
Um,
And like he said, he didn't want it to be like the biopic of Keyze, Arizona. So
Sure.
they kind of had to grow apart a little bit for that to happen.
yeah. Well, it allows them to like stand alone on their own
Yeah.
a little bit with that separation.
Yeah, because we knew the album was going to be the album
Yeah.
without it, and I wanted the film to be able to, we're planning on going to festivals and all
Man's
that.
was trying to change the name to the film. I said no, bro. What are you talking about?
Hey, you were trying to change song titles in the last week.
bro. What are you talking about, bro?
I was going to change it to one of the song titles was going to be the film title, but
Oh, okay.
we
You
nixed
said
that.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were too deep. Everybody had been calling it Christmas in Spring for 8 months already.
It was already stuck.
Promoting it, all that. Like, come on now.
That was a big one.
So the album obviously works while apart, works in tandem with the film. There are songs from the album that are in the film, but there's obviously like other scoring aspects to that. No,
All Keyze.
okay.
all Keyze.
Well, I was gonna ask, did you like, in addition to making the album, did you work on a score for the film in other parts where it wasn't like necessarily needing a song to do? Does that make sense? Like that question?
Nope. Yeah, no, it does make sense.
Okay.
But no, we didn't really.
I need you to pick that mic back
yeah,
up.
Sorry. Took my jacket off. Forgot I had a mic.
Good.
But no, we didn't really do
Okay.
any of that. I think there's times in the film where like I take a verse off and it's just beat, or
Oh,
I,
okay,
like, flip
okay.
a beat at the end and bring it back in.
I mean,
stuff
we
like
have
that.
people do like instrumentation on
That,
the album
yeah.
and stuff like that.
Okay.
So,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah.
But it's all part of the songs.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
For sure.
Because you've been listening to his music. Like it's not like
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
talking, boom bap beats. It's like
Totally.
a lot of strings.
Yeah.
Or like there's a lot to work with
Yeah.
there.
Sco told me this man Keyze be rapping over movie sounds.
Literally. It's,
I mean, it
How
does
it
kind of
came
sound like
about.
that on some of your
Hilarious.
stuff, for
That's
real.
hilarious.
Who is the? So obviously, this is your project. It's not. The album is about your life. The movie is less about your life, but there's elements of that. So it's very much like a Keyze, Arizona thing. But like, in addition to being for you, like, who is this project for?
This project is for, I say, people like me. I mean, anybody can enjoy it,
Yeah.
Well, well, I could say everybody, but I probably say urban youth who can probably relate to my story a little bit more.
Okay.
I would say it's similar to like Forest Hills Drive or Good Kid, Mad City, but it's different in a way that it's not so all about me,
Sure.
especially with the movie skits and all that. It's less about me and more about the story
Okay.
that I'm trying to tell.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Were there any particular like influences in the that you were like listening to or watching in the development and then the recording and production of the album?
Mr. Morrell and the Big Steppers production probably.
so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was really inspired by that. Like the fast-paced drums, fast-paced jazz. Like this album's a lot faster paced.
Okay.
I know my last one was more like slower, like
Sure.
the
Yeah.
drumless stuff. But this one's first track, right out, right in your
Out
face.
the gate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right in your face.
Bars.
Just syllables.
Okay. Okay. He's rapping. This
I'm
man is rapping.
Yeah,
Immediately.
rapping a lot. So that was my biggest thing. I wanted to kind of pick up the energy.
Yeah.
Because I felt like I could lack energy at times, especially when it comes time for shows. So now we have more energy to feed off with the crowd with. So,
Sure. Showing people that there's a deeper bag
Yeah.
that you got.
Yeah, it's deep. It got
Yeah.
deep. It's pretty deep. It's always been deep, but I had to find myself.
Sure.
So you go through phases, but
Totally.
I wonder, is God real? Pain is progress. Sound that helped me a lot. It helped me find who I was. It helped me slow down my writing process to process what I was actually writing and saying. So yeah, it helped me a lot.
Okay. So that's interesting juxtapositions. Like you're speeding up a little bit in the performance aspect, but you had to slow down.
Yeah,
to
for
get
sure.
to that.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you have to catch those words in your head,
Sure.
and now you got them, and you can just put them down.
Yeah. What's the, for both of you, biggest thing that you learned about yourself during this whole process?
You go first.
The biggest thing I learned about myself.
And maybe you're really not even at the end yet because the release is still coming. So maybe it's still
Then
like
I'm
something that's like fluid, molding,
That
malleable.
I'm delusional.
That you're delusional?
Delusional, selfish, all that.
It's okay getting deep in the introspective bag.
For sure. But that's what it takes.
For sure.
It
You gotta
takes
know yourself.
It takes you being a little bit crazy to want to do it at the level that we want to do it at.
That's a good. I like what he said.
For sure.
Ditto.
Yeah.
Not veto.
Yeah,
Got to be a little delusional
Yeah.
to pull off something like this.
Because my homie asked me like, how you keep believing, and it's like, I don't know.
Some days I don't.
Yeah, I mean, so
You feel like it's just like a day by day kind of
I
mentality?
feel like somebody got to do it.
It's a grind.
Okay.
Somebody
feel that
has,
same way.
Somebody has to do it, and why not me?
Yeah.
Thanks.
So
I like it.
From what you asked him about who it's for,
Yeah.
I think that's a big part of the film as well. Is I think my perspective kind of bridges the gap for him a little bit. So I'm hoping that the film kind of brings Keyze's music to an audience, or more of an audience that might not have listened before.
Sure.
Because like I've been on both sides of things, like like my grandparents and stuff always had money and take care of me, but then my father was in and out of jail as a kid.
Okay.
Lost people when I was young, so I've seen both sides. I've seen stuff that he raps about, and then I've seen living prosperously.
Sure.
So I think what I kind of tried to do with this film was like take Keyze's life and then take parts of the good in certain situations and make you live in the gray area a lot while you're watching the film.
Okay.
Like there's a lot of things that when you're watching the film you may be like, that I don't know who's the good guy here. I don't know who's in the right, who's in
Sure.
the wrong. Even all the way up to the end might kind of feel that way. So I think
but it's not gritty enough to make you like uncomfortable.
you might
Okay.
get, I don't know, they might get a little uncomfortable.
Some people
get
only
a
need a
little-
little grit to fall into that discomfort.
That.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
it
gonna
might
be some
make
people
uncomfortable.
uncomfortable.
It might make some people uncomfortable.
In the one scene where you open the drawer and that's
Yeah.
gonna make some people uncomfortable.
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. I told him I wanted to be like Boys in the Hood feel.
Okay.
So like,
Yeah.
It's like Hood Classic in Indianapolis.
Yeah, like,
Okay.
some.
Yeah. So with kind of that in mind, like, and knowing like who you want to absorb, enmesh themselves within both projects, within the film and the album itself, like, what do you hope that people and the people that consume it take away with them after they've listened, watched?
That you can do it too. That's honestly how I feel. Like we don't have all the resources.
Yeah.
It just came together.
Yeah.
Like I know people might think that we got all these resources and this huge budget, but it's just multiple hands working together. And that's just what it is, and believing in ourselves and
Investing in ourselves.
investing in ourselves, but like putting ideas out there and believing in those ideas that people might not believe in. Because, like most people, they probably like, oh, I can't get a Mick Jenkins feature.
Sure.
Like I can't even get in contact with Mick Jenkins. And it's like, you never know until you try. Like we reached out to so many artists.
Yeah.
And then, a lot of them didn't get back, but
Danny
some
Brown.
did,
Sure.
And that's what it is, like probably 80% of them did not get back.
Yeah.
For sure. Or there was just budgets were unrealistic, or stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I was emailing J. Cole and Rosenberg and all. I was,
I mean, you might as well shoot your shot, to be honest. Like, why not?
nah, for sure.
My whole thing is just like I just want people in the world and in our city mainly to just think a little bit bigger because you can do it too. Like I'm not the richest guy. I'm not the I'm not the most successful guy. I'm not the most popular guy. But I feel like if I can do it, then you guys can do it too.
Yeah.
So
I love that.
Yeah, takeaway. Takeaway from the film. This is kind of a different answer than what he gave.
Sure.
That's like, I guess, what they take away for themselves. But as far as like take away from the story, I hope that they just take away that things are 90% of the time not as surface level as they expect. No
Totally.
matter where you're at, no matter if you're in the streets or you're in church or you work a 9 to 5 or you trap or you make music, whatever it is, there's always a gray area in every aspect. I heard a really good quote when I was in the military. He said there's something along the lines of there's horrible people in the military and there's great people in like corrections officers.
Sure.
Like just there could be good people in bad situations and bad people in good situations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Widen people's perspectives on
Yeah,
the world.
Yeah,
and the
for
people
sure.
in it.
For sure.
What drives your guys' like creative passion to like create stuff in this way? I mean, I feel like you've been doing it for a long time, but I'm interested in just like what sits at the foundation that pushes you to keep doing this stuff.
I just want to be heard.
I fucking love
Like
that.
actually heard.
Yeah.
And that's really what it really is. I want people to actually listen and not on a surface level. Oh, your beat is just hot. Like, dog, I just rapped about, you feel me?
Yeah.
All this stuff, and you're talking about the beats hot. So,
Yeah.
my whole thing, I've just always wanted to be heard and do what I love. I've loved doing this since before I even knew rappers were rich. So, like, that's my main thing for me, being able to go out there, perform to people, and being able to inspire them, and, make them feel a way.
Yeah.
So that's really what it is for me.
Yeah.
We just gotta keep going,
I love that. What about you? What's driving you?
Mix of music and film. Like Keyze, obviously his album inspired me. What'd you say?
Me.
Yeah, bro. Like directly for this project, Keyze's music was a big thing. And I mean, before that, this goes back years. Like when I came back from the military, I was really just doing photos, and then Keyze was like, "Let's start shooting videos." We started shooting videos, and then after a year shooting videos, he's like, "Start editing your own videos."
I told you I'm
"All right, you're right, I need
delusional,
to
bro.
do it."
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I want everybody to do this. Like, if you do music, like, and you're my homie, I want you to do this. I want you to live out to your full potential. Like, I don't care about being a star. I just want everybody to live out their passions and be happy and be able to be themselves. But don't do this because you think it's cool or because I do it.
Sure.
Like, do it because you love to do it. And I feel like a lot of people don't really love to do it.
Yeah.
Facts.
And you can see in the artist, you can see who really loves it. And
Totally.
Who really wants to do it at a high level.
Who's doing it for the art and not for the wrong reasons, whatever that may be.
Yeah, So,
My
like
go
even
ahead.
like necessarily even the music doesn't have to be necessarily as serious as mine for you to take it serious.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
You just can tell who takes their craft serious and who doesn't. And so that's my whole thing.
The other part of my inspiration is just films. I've always loved films and stories.
Yeah.
Like when I was a kid, I'd write nonfiction stories. It was always what I was good at. I sucked in science and everything else, but English I was always good at.
Okay.
My senior project in school was an analysis of Good Kid, Mad City, the album. So
Okay. That's dope.
it all just kind of came together with me loving storytelling and me knowing how to work a camera pretty damn well by this point, and putting the two together, I'm like, well, yeah, movies makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
And I've always been a huge, like, big movie fan. I love thrillers. Nolan's my
Okay.
idol.
All right.
Yeah.
Man, love Interstellar, boy.
That's my favorite movie.
Interstellar's a great,
Love
great
that.
movie.
I saw it in 70 millimeter for the
He
first
loved-
time in December. It was
He
amazing.
loved Dune. He loved
also
Dune.
love Dune.
Dune's a pretty good one too.
After I saw Dune 2, I read the first 4 books.
Okay.
So I got lost.
That's what a good film should do. Get you back into the source material.
We both
For sure.
seen Dune 2 twice in the same day.
in 70 millimeter,
Okay.
which is
That's
awesome.
dope. That's a good movie.
Back to
The
back.
score to that movie is
Back to
fire
back.
too.
I have my 70 millimeter Dune 3 tickets for December already.
Damn. Okay, you be
He's
ahead of
serious.
time.
I'm
He
locked.
read all the books and all that, bro.
I'm locked.
That's dope.
This man-
Was that like your inspiration for? I asked him about inspirations for like creating the album,
Filmmaking?
like what were you watching, or like anybody specifically?
Yeah, Nolan is the biggest one for me.
Yeah.
For years, like Interstellar was probably no, Inception was first. I saw Inception for the first time, and not when it first came out, but a
Yeah.
couple years later, like 2013.
Okay.
And just the non-linear timelines and the way it made me think and the way I had to figure out the story,
Yeah.
I loved that.
Nice.
So like I have two other scripts that I have that are feature length and would take a lot of money to make happen, but they're both very make you think and kind of confused the whole way through kind of
Okay.
movies.
I like that. Memento is one of my favorite movies.
Oh,
so
amazing.
Yeah, I
It's so
watched that
slept on.
many times.
Yeah.
When I was younger.
Yeah.
Just being like, movie is insane, and I think it's driving me insane. What is so? I asked like what the biggest thing that you guys learned about yourselves. I'm interested in, especially because you've worked together and known each other for so long. Like, what's the biggest thing you've learned about each other through this process?
This isn't gonna be good. Nah, I mean, bro's resilient. Like we've been through a lot of stuff that would probably make a lot of people quit doing this and just get a job and
Yeah.
fucking pack it up. But made it through. So
It's Logan's way or the highway. Especially when it comes to visuals and stuff.
that's true.
This man not doing nothing. I'm not shooting a video unless it's a full production, bro.
Come a long way from
Airing
the
me
first
out here,
video
bro.
days.
He'll literally tell me, I'm not shooting a video to this song.
Yeah, we got other videographers.
We've worked together too much. We got other people. In the,
We got
in
a lot
the,
of videos.
in the library. in
How
the
many
roster.
videos we got? 60.
Damn, 60 videos.
Yeah, we got it's up there.
A lot of them are just us walking around the city, pressing
up
record,
there.
but they're still music
There's a
videos
lot,
though.
and there's
Hell
a
yeah.
lot on YouTube. It's up there,
Yeah.
and then there's some that didn't even come out.
We took a
Yeah,
lot
you
down.
know.
Yeah.
No, I put them all back up. Everything's up. Everything.
You don't
up.
need to go watch those.
Everything up. The
Those
whole
are-
catalog. You can go back all the way back to 2014. And if you got me on Facebook, it go back before that.
Damn, yeah.
Damn.
I'm not pre 20. Excuse me, pre 2014.
I love it. What's next? Obviously, the releases are coming. What's going on with those, and what's coming after that?
We're trying to plan a tour right now. We're gearing up for Shrees. Maybe trying to do a little festival run. We're cooking up some merch and physicals. We're trying to have that before the album drops. We'll see. You know, timelines, deadlines.
Yep.
But yeah, just pushing this album, trying to get in front of as many eyes as possible. So trying to do everything. So
Yep.
wish me luck.
Good luck, bro.
Thank you, bro.
Same thing with the film, really. We're trying to,
Yeah.
ideally, we'd like to, when we go on tour in the bigger locations, do a screening with the show so people could go watch the film and then go to a show after and hear the album perform.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
I feel like that doesn't happen very often.
Yeah.
Something like that.
So that's like best case scenario. Other than that, we'll definitely having more screenings at Can following the first one.
Okay.
Yeah, trying to create some leverage. Give me a nice booking agent. You know,
Yeah.
if you're watching this,
Call us.
I sell tickets. I sell tickets.
He sells the tickets.
Also-
I don't know if
Sell the
y'all been to one of his
tickets, man.
shows,
I
but
sell the tickets, man.
the tickets go out.
We'd also like to get on. It'd be cool to like get on some opener shows. Like there's some good artists coming here this year. Baby Keem,
Okay.
Kid Cudi,
Yep.
Earl Sweatshirt.
Yep.
Some good artists. So I think there's a lot of artists that are starting to come to indie that makes sense for Keyze's music,
For sure.
like his demographic. So hopefully, when this album starts to get some
Provide
traction,
some leverage. You know,
yep,
The leverage.
You know,
Get in there.
The leverage.
We need to show him the film too.
that too.
Oh yeah, June 7th. Yeah.
June 7th, we're showing it for the first time. We got like 30 tickets left. They went on sale yesterday. We already sold like 120, so that feels good.
That's awesome.
So Can shout out to
Even know
Can
if they're gonna go
Cinemas.
public at this point. You know.
Might not have to.
That's what I was getting to. Like, shout out to Can because the way they have it set up for local filmmakers, they make it super easy and manageable and work within your budget to be able to have a screening there.
Yeah.
And like, I hit them up. When I hit them up, they're like, we don't have anything till like mid-July. And I'm like, guys, like, Come on now. We need to be
We're
within a
selling
week
out,
or two of the
bro.
album.
We're selling out. Come
And
on, man.
they're like, okay, well, we'll make it work on this Sunday. And I'm like, okay, awesome. I can do a Sunday. So
Nice.
shout out to them making it work.
You
And
about to make racks and popcorn, dog.
Racks and popcorn. I'm gonna get some popcorn. I'm gonna
getting
get some popcorn.
I'm
I
getting
believe they have a
drinks,
full
I'm getting
bar.
candy.
they have a full bar.
Oh,
restaurant.
Yeah, they got the restaurant.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm
Yeah.
getting me a little glass of wine.
Yep,
You
yep.
know, I've never been in there.
We got-
It's cool space. It's cool space.
We got merch coming in 2 weeks for the film, and we made 72 shirts.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
all
we're
gonna
working
make.
on the album release, so we're talking about it. We're cooking it up. It's in the works.
Yep.
We're trying to make something happen. So stay lookout for that.
We'll be on the lookout. All right, I got one more question for y'all, and I probably should have asked this earlier, but I'm gonna ask it now, and I think it's a good capper for our conversation. There's like a lot that has went into the creation of this. I feel like we've probably only scratched the surface in this conversation of everything that is involved to make this happen. And like you talked about, like your creative drive, like your passion is just wanting to be heard. I'm wondering what success looks like for this, for you personally. Like,
Why don't
this,
you go first?
I will consider this successful if, and maybe you already do. Like just the creation of it, I feel like is that milestone.
To an extent.
Yeah.
I'd agree with that, but
I just don't want to let everybody down. You know, that's probably like my biggest fear.
Sure.
But success would be for me to be able to do this full time and not have to, hustle, do whatever,
Yeah.
So that would be my biggest success, and that's one of my biggest goals,
Okay.
to be able to pay bills and everything just from rap,
Yep.
strictly. So that's what success looks like for me, and just setting up my team around me for us to be able to succeed.
Love it.
yeah, for the success of the film, for me would be, the premiere, our own personal screenings. And then step 2, festival circuit. Try and do at least 3 or 4 festivals. I like to do ones outside of indie because I think
Yeah.
the indie market we got what we need to do here. So definitely want to expand, get it out there more. And then step 3 would be moving to streaming. Probably that'll be a year and a half, 2 years down the line because I got to push out to festivals and do our own screenings first. But
Sure.
Oh yeah, we need millions of streams and awards too.
Yep. And then if all that,
Yep.
if all that,
We superficial.
We need the vanity metrics.
We want all that,
I
man.
do like an Oscar. But yeah, if all that goes like that, then somebody pays for the next film and the next album.
Yeah.
I think
Not
that's part
us.
2 of this
Like,
conversation is like, what does it look like if the city itself is willing to invest in stuff like this?
Yeah.
Because I feel like that takes it from
Definitely.
to an entirely different level. If we can, if the city is willing to take the risk on the creatives who are doing really cool shit
Yeah.
that show
We can do it without you. So
Exactly. Exactly.
so
What do you think I can do with the money? Yeah.
With the budget, exactly.
Like, how can we really put on for the city ourselves? But the city's represented, I'm assuming, in this project.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
How can we do that? And like, yeah, I think if the city needs to do it.
I got an Oscar-winning script ready to go when they're ready to give me the money. So I've been waiting to make it for 7
We
years.
got some things, man.
Got some things. Anything else before we wrap that you want to share that we didn't get to?
Merry Christmas and spring, May 29th. Love y'all.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Put a hat on it.
Let's put a hat on. Appreciate y'all.
Peace out, y'all.